Hey folks, and welcome to this version of the Management Minute. I'm Gerald Hutchinson, your action coach, business accelerator, and I want to talk about the four C's of selecting employees. I know the labor market can be tough. I know it's often hard to find good employees, but maybe this little model will help you understand what you need to do in order to make it work better. So the first C that you're worried about, of course, is can they be competent? Are they competent? Will they be able to get the job done? And you know, in a lot of jobs, some industry knowledge may be helpful and some may be actually a detriment because it will be different from the way that you train your employees to get your job done according to the promise and the value that you provide your customers. But if they can be minimally competent, then you might be able to, with the other four C's, get them to where you want them to be. The second one is hugely important, and there's a lot of science that says that the more conscientious, the more conscientious that they are, that the more they're going to do a good job. What does conscientious mean? It means that they pay attention, they're careful, they think about the effects of their actions, not only on the quality of work, but also on employees and to the opinions of their boss and their co-workers. Conscientiousness just means they care fundamentally. And that they will actually engage in activity or actions and doing tasks in such a way that it will work for other people. So conscientiousness also means that they're willing to learn. They want to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. So how do you measure conscientiousness? Well, you can ask them to explain times in the past when they've had to overcome challenges, and what were they thinking about? Who were they thinking about? And what was the outcome that they were striving for? These things will allow you to determine, are they BSing or are they really telling the truth? You know, when you ask someone to tell what they've done in the past, it's much easier to tell if they are telling the truth or not than if you ask open-ended or future-oriented questions such as, what would you do if? Well, anyone can speculate or put on a show for what would you do if. So by looking backwards, tell me a time about when you did X, Y, or Z, you're actually getting them to report on factual history or not. And you may be able to much more easily tell whether they are throwing you a line or not. So conscientiousness, hugely important. Third one is, are they cooperative? Or another way of saying that or thinking about that is, can they collaborate with others? Can they get along? You know, cooperativeness means just cooperating. Collaborative is a little bit higher skill level, and that means that they actively know how to work well with others. You could have a really good, strong individual contributor, but what you need is someone who can work well in a cooperative or a collaborative nature on a team. And if they're really strong as an individual, but what you need is a team member, it might not be a good fit. So the fourth and last C is kind of intangible, but it's also really important. And that is, are they a culture add? Will they add something positive to your culture? They don't have to be a perfect fit, but they have to add something. Maybe you need more stability because you've got a lot of people who are a little bit on the maverick side. Maybe you need someone that adds some mirth, some humor, some merriment. Maybe you need someone that adds some seriousness and steadiness. So, and maybe they just sort of need to fit in. But if you can ask them about how they fit in past work experiences or with other teams that they may have been on, if they, for instance, are a recent high school graduate, maybe they've not had much work experience, or even a college graduate, but perhaps they've been associated with others in organizations, other teams, other work groups, and you can get an idea of how they will fit in. So the 4 C's of selecting employees: competency, conscientiousness, cooperativeness, and culture add. And if you can think about these things and interview for these things, I think you're going to have a lot stronger folks who will fit in better and they will last longer. So I hope you've enjoyed this Management Minute, and we'll see you next time.